Hi everyone, Tristan from the CPAPstore.ca. Today we're going to be looking at the brand new, just launched, not even available in Canada yet, ResMed F40 full face mask. Now this is quite the treat because it's not every day we get to review a mask, a brand new mask from one of the big manufacturers. So this here is the ResMed F40. Take a good look. Okay, we're going to be comparing this mask to a couple other full face hybrid style masks. But first, I just want to show you everything you need to know about this mask. So we have the detachable front tube here with the quick connect, super easy to press and take on and off. This is just so you have a nice lightweight feeling with your mask before it connects to perhaps a heavier like climate line tube. Okay, so this is nice and lightweight. We like that. And then we have 4 adjustment points on this mask here. We got these magnets here, and you can adjust these straps here. You can also adjust the upper straps like that. So I'll put it on our mannequin friend and show you what it looks like. So here we have the mask on our dummy here. And you can see that we have this portion of the mask that curves underneath the eye, kind of getting out of the eyesight there, but it's still nice and soft and doesn't really press the cheek with too much force. You can see there's kind of a gap between this portion of the mask and your cheek there. So you're not actually resting this portion of the mask. It's pretty much off your face entirely, but it still has this nice soft material around. And then we have the straps, just like any other one of these masks. Is very similar to an Evora mask from Fisher & Paykel. Again, the magnets on the side, ResMed really leaned into having magnets on their masks. I know there is some hesitancy with people with pacemakers, and most individuals with pacemakers should avoid magnet masks. However, for a majority of people, the main struggle that they have is going to be dexterity issues or arthritis, and having the magnet clips on the mask just make things so much easier to take on and off. Now we can finally dive into the juicy bit with this mask and what makes this mask such an innovation. This mask is the first hybrid full face mask with a fully silicone front. It actually might be the first full face mask with a fully silicone front. And that innovation is huge. It makes a way bigger difference when wearing this mask and having a nice, comfortable, sealed fit. So what I mean by that, if we look at the front here and we just take off the cushion, so the cushion just peels off like this, you can see that's the cushion. Look at that. Fully silicone. Other than this quiet air filter up there for the exhalation, completely soft. And if you're going to compare that with, for example, an Evora, plastic hard front, right? Here we have a ResMed F30i. Plastic hard front. Here we have an AmarView by Philips, and not only does it have a plastic hard front on the mask, but look at the mask headgear that's around it. Look how wide this is, right? It's going cheekbone to cheekbone. That's how wide this is. So when you have that much width and that much plastic in your mask, naturally, most people would say, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out, that you're gonna have jabby hard bits in your face, right? See? The pillow, the pressure of my head, especially for stomach sleepers or side sleepers, the plastic, because it has no give, is gonna push the whole mask. If this is pressed onto my face and the pillow is here, this hard plastic kind of moves out of the way and that disforms the entire area with the silicone. However, with the F40, which makes it so kind of interesting, is that because it is fully silicone, fully soft, it just bends to the contours of your nose and your cheeks so effortlessly. And when you do push it to the side, the seal remains sealed. So the reason why this took so long to make, and I guess other mask manufacturers haven't really caught up to this yet, is because it was hard to make a silicone mask like that doesn't kind of cave in on itself when you're breathing in it with the pressure. However, with this kind of, I don't know what they call it. They probably have a quirky name for everything, but I know they called this, I think, AdaptiSeal, right, is gonna be the seal here. And the quiet air is gonna be the exhalation point. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. But one of the innovations here is this super soft front here. As you can see, this is the headgear, super soft. And the mask cushion has these nodules that kind of go into it. It's kind of bizarre. It's really different than most masks, right? And he snaps, kind of goes into there. And then so even with the headgear, Look how soft this mask is. Like, it's insane. And what do you think is gonna be more comfortable on your face? This or this, right? I don't know. There's a reason why pillows aren't made out of plastic. Soft things generally are more comfortable. So I'll put this on my head and I'll show you what I'm talking about. As you can probably tell, I'm pretty hyped about this mask. It's a very good innovation. Put this on. I kind of have to talk like this so the mic can hear me, but I'm gonna move my mask and face and you can kind of see. Keep in mind, my nose is very bendy. So for most full face masks, I've never really liked hybrid masks because once the hard plastic moves, it moves my nose, but it gets rid of the seal. And watch my nose and how my nose bends with the mask because it's soft, okay? See? So I've hooked up the AirSense 11 here. I have it at CPAP mode at 12 centimeters water pressure.
Honestly, very good. I see a bit of a leak up top. Good. Good.
So I'm blowing as hard as I can to see the quiet air, and it does a very good job.
Pretty good.
Pretty excellent. Pretty excellent. I have a very short nose. It's not pointy. I've mentioned it in almost all the mask reviews. And I found that usually ResMed masks aren't as good. They're better for slightly more pointier Caucasian noses, where I've noticed with the Dreamwear line with Philips masks are a little bit better for my wider nose. That being said, because this is flexible, you can see almost the point of it. It is probably more dialed into more of a pointier Caucasian nose, but because it is flexible, this is the first ResMed full face hybrid mask that I could actually see myself using on a daily basis. It's a much better seal around my nose area. If there is a one place for me that this is leaking, it's gonna be in that nose area because I find that I just started feeling it a little bit. Once I tightened these straps, it did go away completely, and then I was trying to push it on my side, as you can see, and there's no leaks around. So very excellent job. I don't know if that made sense what I was trying to do with the paper. I find that with a lot of Philips masks, they don't have a good exhalation port. It's just like a little hole, and when you blow out of it, you can feel a real big jet stream of air. If you have a partner, this is gonna be an excellent mask because I was trying to exhale like as hard as I can, like kind of like that. The diffuser works perfectly, so you're not gonna bother your partner with shooting them with a jet stream of air. So yeah, overall, very good job, very good. Tristan approved. Even with moving the tube and moving the mask, I always have a seal around my nose and my mouth because my soft face moves with the soft cushion. And it's honestly surprising it took this long, but I really think this is gonna be probably one of the best-selling masks of the year now that it's launched, and I think it's a really great innovation. Now, the next thing I wanna talk about is just the exhalation port. So we have this here, which is the quiet air exhalation port. And you can kind of see there's a few holes that are kind of around it. And that's just to allow for you to have a really easy exhalation without it kind of like firing everywhere as well. And as you can see, the quick connect just goes on like that. And then we have the vent here and then the extra filter around that just to allow a little easier and nicer dissipation of your exhaled air. I do see a little bit of foam filter, I guess, within this guy here. So this is not going to be as easy to clean as I presume. Typically, you should be replacing your mask every 3 months, or at least that's what ResMed says. But I know people do push certain masks a little bit longer than that, especially if you have a really like simplistic mask, like an N30 or something. You might be able to get a little more leeway out of it because it's a little easier to clean. Because of this, and there's a little tiny more grooves here and there, I'm not really sure, only time will tell in terms of if I feel like this gets a little dirtier and needs quicker replacement intervals, but ResMed do say that they recommend roughly around 3 months and you'll be replacing the whole cushion when you do that. So that's not really that big of a deal if you are keeping up with your maintenance. So that's about that for this mask here. I'm gonna do a big head-to-head with the F40, the F20, the F30, the Maraview, Vora. I'm gonna try to do a head-to-head mask comparison with them all because I think it'd be kind of interesting to look at every mask in detail. But overall, first impressions, I'm really, really liking this mask. It's super soft, really low profile design, very comfortable. It seems it's keeping its leaks and seals under control extremely well. You got all the basic things you need, like the quick connect, the swivel, and stuff like that. And overall, it's just a very soft, very nice, comfortable mask. Of course, time will tell with this mask. It just released, so there could be some things coming out with it that I might start nitpicking as I use it more and more. But I think overall, just quick look from what I've used it, I've tested it out with some pressure. It's holding that leak very, very well. I think it's a very awesome mask. So it's available in the US. I'm not sure which suppliers have it already, but I'm sure a lot of them are starting to get it. In Canada, we are still waiting for Health Canada to kind of approve it. So when it does come live, you will see it on our website. You will see it on our website though. You can sign up for not a pre-order, but just notifications, email notifications if you want, and we'll send you a notification as soon as we get it in stock. But in Canada, not available yet, but stay tuned. I'm sure it'll only be like a month or so before we get it in, but you never know with Health Canada. Okay, so that is it for this mask. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, leaving a comment and letting us know your thoughts. Take care, guys.